it's your girl Meesh. Welcome to another episode of Love Meesh, where I share my thoughts, opinions, and ramblings, and sometimes I'll have guests over, but no subject is off limits. It's a billion people in the world, and I'm one of them. So welcome to my world. Let the conversation begin. Hey loves, it's another episode, and this is the one I've been waiting for. This episode is about God, gods, goddesses, universe, deities, demigods. I'm pretty sure the list goes on, but we're going to stop right there. And I am so excited to share with you guys what I'm learning because I am not a teacher. The wisest person in the world knows that they know nothing. If that isn't a mind fuck, I don't know what is. You can have a PhD and what the fuck ever, and you know that you know nothing because that is just a tip of the iceberg. Y'all remember the Titanic? You thought it was a little ass iceberg, but it goes deep. So whatever you think you know, whatever you think you mastered, no. There's more. Okay, so I just love to learn and study. I'm such a nerd. I've really gotten deep into spirituality, magic, Wicca, witches, whatever you want to call it, metaphysical, the whole spiritual realm. And I am such a big sharer. For me, sharing is caring. So as I learn, I'm just sharing and I'm not done. I'm just going to share what I learned so far and we're going to keep it moving because the best teacher, check this out. The best teacher points you back to yourself. They give you little bits and pieces and you got to do the work. And that's life. When someone hands you something, you don't really appreciate it. You don't really understand it. But when you study your ass off, prime example, I'm a college student and there's some wonderful sites out there. I'm trying to think of one of them. Course Hero. God, that got me through my fucking math class because I could not. I took that class 3 times. On the 3rd time, Course Hero was my best friend, okay? But when I actually studied and did my homework, oh, baby, you got to do them problems by yourself. You look at the example, you write down that format, you do the practice, you do your homework answer. No answers on that. But on the test, ABC, EFG, it's already spelled out for you. So on my homework, I knew them equations. I knew that because I literally saw the example. I literally had to use pencil and paper and work out my equation, and I got the answer. On that quiz, baby, ABC, I can't tell you what the fuck because I just copied the answer. So that's kind of how it is. Like, you got to work for this. For it to really hit your heart, your soul, your spirit, your body, your mind, your everything, you really got to do it on your own. So we're going to get into the guys, and I'm just so excited because I promise whatever you want in life, if you literally sit down and say, universe, God, whatever for you, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, pray, I want XYZ, it's going to come to you. It really will. And I don't think you can literally say, or I think it benefits you more when your prayer is vague versus when it's, well, I guess that could work both ways. Because I could say, give me the income that I need to support my needs. Versus give me a house, give me a car, give me da-da-da. I knew that as long as I got this income, I'll be able to pick those things. So I guess however you want to break it down. However, my prayer was, I want to learn, who are you? There has to be more than life. Teach me, open my eyes, show me. The pastor ain't giving it to me. My parents don't know. They on their own path journey. What? I'm ready. And I honestly ended it with that. I am ready. Show me. I want you to show me. And I think once you open that door, it'll come. Because why give you something that you don't care about? And the Bible say, why cast your pearls to swine? They don't know the value of it. They just eat anything anyway. They're going to eat them. You don't eat pearls. They're valuable. So I think that's why a lot of sororities and occult religions and stuff, they're hidden, because why are we just going to tell the whole world this stuff? Y'all don't care. And this, even look at this, the stuff that we do know we don't care about. Everybody knows that eating healthy is good for your organs. Your organs is good for a long-lasting life. We don't care. Give me that cheeseburger. And then you got high blood pressure. Oh, Lord, deliver me from high blood pressure. I'm going to play this clip, y'all. But I'm going to say at this moment in my life, I am happy that I am not a god of other beings. I feel like I am a god to myself. I don't have kids, so I'm not a demigod to little people right now. And I think parents are like a god. Like, I looked up to my parents for everything. They were so responsible for me. So I kind of look at it in that light. But I'm only responsible for myself. And I honestly feel like your body feels like you are a god to it. Like, if I don't do the right thing, my heart starts beating. I am the god to my heart, my lungs, my kidneys. You know, I just listened to this lady say that we have over trillions of cells in our bodies. To each little cell, I am a god. Is that not how Earth is to all the beings on Earth? Whatever God you pray to, he, is taking care of that planet. Well, we as human beings are taking care of all the cells in our body. And I think if you look at it that way, you'll start making wiser choices. When we were growing up and my grandma would teach us about the Bible and stuff, my sister didn't want to know. And she would always say, the more I know, the more I'm accountable for. And you are absolutely right. Every time I see a vegan YouTube thing, I'm sending it out. I think my family and friends are fucking sick of me. I care about you. Don't let me care about you more than you care about you. I can't force this food in your mouth. You got to do the work. I can't force this research, in your mind. You got to do the work. Your kids need you. Your grandkids need you. Hell, you need you. So at some point, we got to stop pointing the finger at everything else. Oh, it's high blood pressure, these pills. What the fuck did you do to have to take them high blood pressure pills? You know what I mean? So be accountable. And nobody's saying it's easy. Nobody say you have to do it overnight. Whatever steps you have to take them for you. If you say I'm going to eat a salad once a week, that's good for you. You don't have to eat a fucking salad every day. Nobody can tell you exactly how to live your life. But what you learn, you are accountable for. So don't be like, I don't know why such and such happening. Sit back and observe yourself. And sometimes you answer your own question. That's why I'm sick. I'm walking around outside with no fucking socks on and it's wet. That's me, because I'm a hippie. Ever since I was a little girl, I hate having on shoes. I don't lick my feet and I fucking take a bath every night, so it bothers me not. But guess what I learned? We're supposed to be grounding. So while everybody thinking I'm a hippie walking around with barefoot, no, I'm fucking grounding. And maybe you should too, because the rubber they have on the bottom of those shoes is stopping us from grounding. You're supposed to connect with the Mother Earth. That's another podcast though, so we're going to keep it moving with the guys. Let me tell y'all what's so funny. So I have an app called Libby. I told y'all this before. You enter your library card and you can get books for free. You can listen to audio free. Like anything free, I'm all for it, okay? Save those coins. So there's a lot of books that I signed up for, and if other people are reading them or listening to them, you go in queue. Y'all, how many podcasts I have done? I have not touched on Gods yet. I have not. The book that came up on my queue, guess what it's called? The Circle. The Circle. So I'm going to have it in my, it's going to be a link so that you'll be able to check it out. Guess what this story is about? Let me give you the full name so that I'll give it credit. Not The Circle. I said that all wrong. It's called Circle, a novel by Madeline Miller. Now, I'm listening to the audio because I love audio. And so it says read by Perdita Weeks. She is a guy. If you are tired of listening to human stories, this is the book for you. Like, sometimes all the stories are exactly the same. Horror, romance, thrill, youth, young adult book, whatever. Sometimes it's just like, ugh. This is a God book. all the gods that I'm learning, y'all, she's literally naming them. This is how divine life is. I've been researching these, getting everything together, saving everything so that I'll be able to put together my podcast. This book pops up and it's insane. Oh my God. Okay. Y'all don't understand. Life is just so divine. When you learn, sometimes stuff will go over your head and that's okay. But you are getting puzzle pieces, baby. My auntie, rest in eternity, she always would do puzzle pieces. I'm talking about 1,000 puzzle pieces. She'll spread them all out. She'll get a cardboard and her glue, and she'll start to piece them together. Put your pieces together, baby. It's coming. You're going to be able to see the full picture soon. Had I not looked at done this research with these other guys on YouTube, Pinterest, my Instagram, fucking Google. When I go to read this book, it would not have made no sense to me. The internet, but I am actually able to follow. She's naming this guy, and I'm like, yeah, that guy. And she's naming this, and I'm like, yeah, that guy, and the other world, and Helios, the sun guy. Like, I get it now, and I'm going back in my mind. I've been looking at all these metaphysical YouTube videos, and I've been lost in the sauce, lost as fuck. They'd be like, yeah, and so this is a demigod and a demigorgon and da-da-da. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? The more you learn, the more you will understand. If anybody try to box you in, fuck no. You cannot box yourself in. You're going to be so lost in life. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to get this scenario. If all you use is salt and pepper on your food, you missing out. It's paprika. It's all seasoning. It's onion powder. It's oregano. You know what I mean? You got to use, it's onion powder, garlic. Like, come on. So anyways, sorry, I be getting so passionate. I be so passionate with what the fuck I'm talking about. So I don't care what religion you are, that's fine. But it is okay to learn. It is okay to learn, and maybe that can help you decipher this falls along the lines of my religion and this does not. If you don't even have that, I don't know. I just think that's dangerous. You don't even know where your lines can be. You don't even know where your lines become blurry. You don't even know. So I'm going to just leave that as that. I'm so glad I'm out the box. You can call me Miss Unboxable. Whatever the fuck I want to learn, I'm learning. Whether it's on the dark side, the light side, whatever. And it's just going to make me a more well-rounded person. So I'm into the gods now. And I'm going to let y'all know what I have learned. So this book is really, really, really good. I'm not even done yet. Let me tell y'all. I'm on chapter 19. And there's 27. So I'm almost done. And when I tell y'all, the guys have a life of their own. My cousin, she was like, Ttyl, I know, because I was like the Christian of the family. I was so hard into this, y'all. And on people's birthday, I was about the Bible, especially my little cousins. Because no matter what you do in your life, you do need to be able to pray to somebody, you know, good morals, you know, good grounding. And if your parents aren't enforcing it, well, I don't know what they were doing, but I knew my family, we went to church heavy. And when I looked at everybody else, they weren't. So I at least wanted to give them a Bible to do my part. But non-judgmental, I'm just saying, to plant my seed. She was like, I know we talk about God and stuff, but who is God's mom and dad and sisters and brothers, and why won't we hear about that? I had no answer for her. Because I had no answer, y'all. I was in a fucking box. And when these pastors go to seminary, they learn. And I won't even open that door. But they should, after they finish seminary, everybody in that church need to have seminary without the debt, okay? You should regurgitate what you learn to your congregation. Just like a child knows more than their parent because their parent has taught them everything that they know, and now that child goes and learns more. And that's even in the Bible. Jesus himself said you would do more than I, which means I've taught you everything I know. You're going to use that and do more. It just It always progressed. Look at the car. Look at the cell phone. Look at the computer. It always is going to get better. That's just how life is. Hello? You don't go backwards. You continue to go forward, which is better, bigger, stronger, smaller, whatever. I didn't have an answer for her. And I was just like, well, when you go to, don't worry about that. Just worry about now. When you get to heaven, God will tell you everything else. The answers are here. They're just in other cultures. They're in other languages. They are in other, and I already told y'all before, we need to crack down with these languages. And now that I've been doing Rosetta Stone and been looking up languages on YouTube, this phone is so smart. It be sending me apps now. Talk to somebody, be translated. But I feel like I am on a spiritual level because I just saw one of my other YouTube teachers and she just said too, y'all need to learn other languages. Now, I don't know this lady. I don't talk to her, and I was already figuring that out on my own. You can ask my sisters. I've already talked to them about it. Like, I feel like these language barriers is about to break down. Like, we need to learn other languages. Like, it really was on my spirit after I saw that movie that was in Spanish. Let me pick up the name, and my memory be all over the place, y'all. I don't know what's going on with my podcast. It keeps deleting my message, so this is my third time saying it. Please excuse my attitude because I'm a bit annoyed. What I was saying was the movie was called Astral City, A Journey Home or something like that. I can't pull up the picture again because that's when it stops fucking recording, but I digress. And it was in Spanish, but somebody translated it in English, so I was able to see it. A lot of anime is like that. And had somebody not translated that, I would have missed out on a great movie. It was really a great movie. And I sent it to my senior pastor and my junior pastor because they raised me and they baptized me. And it's another church that I was in, so I always give them that title. That's fine. I feel like I have pastors in my life. I have earth angels. I have mentors, whatever. Nobody needs to take your title away. You are who you are. And they don't, blaspheme me. I'm pretty sure I could send them a spell right now and they'll say, I see what you're saying, in a very, very nice way. But we just stick on this side. But it's never like, you demon. But other Christians are like really hurtful. Like, you don't even want to be a part of the organization because if you acting like that, then this whole crew is acting like that. I don't want to be in that. Like bullies. And my sister said that on her podcast. Like, rah. Like, okay. If you hear something that you don't like, it's okay to say okay. You don't even have to defend it. Okay. That person is speaking their truth, and that is okay. Just like you're speaking your truth, and that is okay. You don't want them saying, oh, you're demon because you worship one God. That goes both ways. I think people are forgetting respect isn't just given because you're grown. It isn't just given because you're parents. That only works with a child and an adult relationship. Once it becomes an adult, baby, respect is given and received. So if you don't respect me, please don't think that it's going to come back, because that's just not how it works in adulthood, okay? It might have worked in the old days, but we ain't slaves no more. I don't got to say yes ma'am, no sir, yes master. If I feel like saying fuck you, I most definitely can. And however you feel about it, that is however you feel about it. It's up to me to give that respect. I don't have to. If I feel like you're being respectful to me, then I won't mind being respectful to you. But the moment I feel like you can't be respectful to my beliefs and where I'm learning and where I'm evolving, we might have to go separate ways. Do you want to continue to be in my life, or is this your exit? I have to learn that too. It keeps coming to me. You can cut off family, friends, whomever. Check this out. Even in the Christian world, somebody died. I'm bad with my names. And they was like, Jesus, your mom and brother was trying to get to you. Your family. It's like, family. This is how I translate it. Fam. I'm with my fam. My fam is who, worships my father. I am in the midst of fam. So you get what I'm saying? As you grow and learn, you start to create your own family, your own circle, your own tribe. That's why when a boy or woman grows up, they leave and start their own family, their own village. It's the same way. But anyways, getting back to the music, I listen to Apple Tunes music. I can click on worldwide music. It'll be like top 100 and all the different countries. It'll start to list the different music. And I don't know what they're saying. I can definitely, because Apple does give you the lyrics to the song within their platform. So I can easily copy that and translate it. But between the beat and their energy, you could tell this a love song, or they mad, or they shooting somebody. Like, you could kind of tell. And I found some artists that I really like, even though they speak other languages. And I made a playlist that's called Worldwide. And I listened to it because although I can't speak it, I've noticed learning these languages, you have to use your whole mouth. Like, I think in English, we're so lazy, we barely open our mouth when we talk. Like, the words just kind of come out. But in other languages, like Garcia, like, you have to use your whole mouth. Especially Spanish with them R's. Like, you got to use your mouth. And at work, I sit next to the Spanish team. And this guy in front of me is so loud. I can hear him through every call I make. And I got mad the other day because my computer was down. So I'm off the computer all day. And my mom called and I was talking to her. He has the audacity to come around and tell me I'm too loud. Now, granted, you could be definitely right. But what you don't know is every fucking day you so loud, you in my calls. And I don't walk my happy ass around the desk and tell you to shut the fuck up, do I? No. So I just think people can be so inconsiderate. It's bothering you and you want to voice your opinion. But little do you know, you bother me every fucking day. And I wish you would move your goddamn seat. And my energy has been so strong lately, I wouldn't be surprised if he moved. Without me even say, and I've come to the point now where I don't even have to say nothing. I don't even have to tell my manager. The powers that be, I have angels, I have ancestors. That shit works its way out on its own. It's not just me you dealing with. I got a whole kingdom and dynasty behind me. And I'm learning my spells too. Oh, we're very powerful. And that's one thing they don't want us to know. Your words, your energy, your intent, the emotion that you feel when you angry and you yell. That's when them babies cry, sit down. They don't care that you said sit down. Fuck your sit down. You have so much energy behind that sit down, it scared the shit out of them. That, my dear, is power and energy and intention. I'm learning, don't worry. I'm going to keep right on manifesting. Hop on this train if you want to. If not, that's fine. But I am so thankful that universe has been guiding me step by step on my journey, and the pieces are coming together. It's so funny, the teachers that are walking into my life thanks to the internet. You know, who knows where my life would be if we didn't have internet. I wouldn't have met these teachers, and I probably wouldn't be as far as I am spiritually. I can pick up my phone and Google a God and it comes up. Like, I probably would have had to go to the library and different libraries and ask who have these sacred books. Blah, blah, blah. So people say the internet is evil. I get it. It's a tool. It could be used for good or bad. So I won't say it's either. It's neutral. And what it is going to be is based on the user. So essentially, the user is good or bad. And whatever the user puts their hands on, they determine what it's going to be. So I am so very thankful that I know it's a tool, and I know I could use it either way that I want to. I won't box myself in. I can use that tool whichever way I want to, just like everybody else in the world. And I also understand that I am going to be held accountable for the way that I use it. People don't want to swallow that part. So you cast a spell on this person because you hate them. And whatever you send out in the universe is going to come back. And what if it came to your child? Now your child could be sick and die. But you ain't have mercy on that person when you cast that spell. And when the universe brought that back, it didn't have mercy on you when it took your child. So, back to that saying, to whom much is given, much is required. I'm thankful that this stuff is kind of hidden and you have to dig for it. Because if we all just out here casting spells and don't know, you know what I mean, your head from your ass, it's going to cause a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow, and a lot of innocent people are going to be hurt because of your negligence. So I won't force it to anybody. I know that my podcasts reach whoever they're supposed to reach, just like my mentors reach whoever they're supposed to reach, and they happen to be me. So speaking of mentors, one of my mentors is Bro Youssef, and he is freaking amazing. Please go check him out on YouTube, and I want you to hear what he has to say about gods. Check it out.
Your physical body was created and why it was created. Now, on a spiritual aspect of that, you know, your higher self saw opportunity to help your soul evolve even more, right? And to help itself evolve. So it decided to come down here in the physical world and play a game to see if we can merge the physical world and the spiritual world together, right? And one of the secret practices of that is something that actually Lil taught it first, is considered light body, rainbow body, whatever kind of body you want to talk about, where you actually merge the physical body and the spiritual body together, and it turns into light, and you can actually go to the higher realms. As this happens, every time this happens, this happened thousands of times since the world has been created. As this happens, the gods and more people see that mankind is really fit and ready to be in the heavens, you know. So as we do this and we grow and we evolve and we wake up, which they're allowing us to do, we're only going to be accepted more by the higher forces. Now, you're not even really considered a planet unless you're like fifth dimensional at least, right? So what am I really saying? In the third dimension, you don't even exist to a lot of these higher forces. You know, it's like you're just a video game on a shelf, right? But at the same time, as you evolve and grow, you become real to them, right? And when they see where you came from and where you're going, you know, now they're like, oh yeah, it's you. You're ready to take what's supposed to be given to you. And what I mean by that is this. Mankind eventually is supposed to become the gods of the universe. Absolutely. This whole universe we live in is supposed to evolve, and mankind is supposed to be given this universe, and we're supposed to become the new gods. The ones that choose to evolve. Absolutely. We are all supposed to become the new gods one day, and that's the plan, right? That's the master plan, right? That's what was told to me. I've heard probably only one other teacher say that, but that was also told to me. Human beings are being tested so hard and so much is put on us because we're going to become the new gods of the universe one day. Okay? That's what we're trying to do, and that's what we're going to do. That's the end game, y'all. So this is why I'm telling y'all, do the work, practice, study, get into the information, because you're supposed to become a god one day. You're in school right now, right? You got to know what it's like to be human. If you're going to rule different dimensions and different worlds, and you got to know what it's like to be on the physical realm so you can understand those entities that are down there, right? You may create your own group of people one day. Are you going to be a asshole god or a horrible god, or are you going to be a loving god? You know? What are you going to be? The thing is, if you understand humans because you were once one, or you understand what it's like to be physical, right? The people you create may not look like us with 5 fingers and 2 eyes. Like, it may not look like us. But if you're going to be us, then, if you're going to create your own people, you got to know what it's like to be physical, right? And if your soul can take on that experience and remember what it's like, then, it's going to be better off for those entities you create, and you don't know what type of job you're going to be. What kind of God will you be? You don't know that yet. It will be given to you, in time. So, so we dropped a lot of knowledge, man. We dropped a lot of knowledge, right? Y'all know now that the main goal of what you guys are supposed to be doing is becoming gods one day, right? You already are God. You just ain't realized it yet. I always love using the movie The Matrix as an example. Once Neo realized who he really was, that's when things change, right? Also, the movie The Last Dragon, right? He's looking everywhere for the master. You can even say he's looking everywhere for God, right? And the whole time he found out that what he was looking for was inside of him, but he didn't realize it, right? So once you realize, it's not just saying I am. That don't mean you realize it. Once you truly realize who you are, something shifts in your consciousness, something shifts in your DNA. He realized who he was. He got the glow. Sure enough, in the movie, represent his lower self. He glow red. It represents his lower chakra. He glow yellow. It represents his higher chakra. So, and also represent the sun, or Heru. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had to do a part 2 on this one, which I don't really do too much. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is a short, like I said, it will take me days to fully break all this information down word by word, give you guys everything. Maybe I'll talk about this some more in the future, right? But I'll give you guys an overall idea of who you are, why you're created, and what are you even doing here, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Brother Yusuf, love y'all. We got more videos to come. Keep subscribing. Keep looking out for more videos. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, right? And until next time, peace to the family, peace to the tribe, and we'll talk again soon.
So I thought that was freaking amazing, you guys. I honestly believe he's right. I keep telling y'all that I read the book, The Game is Life, and I'm waiting on number 10 to come out. The author has fucking disappeared. I think he knows a lot more. When you really, really know stuff in this earth realm, I realize they will kill your ass off. Go look for when I became a vegan, Dr. Sebi died. Like, damn, I just found about this and he died. And a lot of other people started dying. And then I started looking up, herbalists, dead. Like, what? If you want to know the truth, follow the dead bodies. That's how I feel. If you want to know the liars, look at the ones that's been alive for a long time, like the Pope. I feel like there's a lot of lies there. The Queen of England, probably a lot of evil and, lies there. Like, whoever have a long life, long lineage, lies. The ones that they kill off, they was trying to tell the truth. And that's in history. You can look that up. Anybody that had real good deeds and was really trying to wake people up and do the right thing, assassinated, killed, murdered. Oh, he died of diseases. How does man die of diseases and he curing diseases? Makes no sense. And you're not fooling me. One thing I know about this life is, or my mom's favorite quote, is stand for something or fall for anything. And I would like to put a twist on that since I'm her daughter. And that is a famous quote. It's just one that she always says. And I feel like die for what you believe in or don't believe in it at all. So I'm going to keep, sharing what I learned. And I'm not going to be fearful. Because I know nothing can happen to me until my appointed time, period. So that means I don't need to take any second for granted, and I need to do what I'm supposed to do before my appointed time. Ain't nobody worrying about people getting assassinated and missing and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm still going to do what I need to do, and it's still going to get out. Like, what is fear? Fear is an illusion. Fear is not knowing. It's anxiety caused by not knowing. Because you don't know how to swim, you're scared to jump in there. My dad did. He threw me and my sister in there. We wasn't scared of water. We take a bath every day. We play in the tub. We wasn't scared of water. How am I going to keep my ass from drowning? How are you guys swimming? Like, how did you learn that? That was the fear. Once we got thrown in there, we paddled right to the edge. Oh, that's what you do. Exercise until you get to the edge. Then I learned how to float, and it was a wrap. Because I'm tired. I know I can lean back and be all right. But fear is just the unknown, which the church has us fearing magic and all this other stuff. God use myrrh? That's used in spells. Hello. Did not God spit on the dirt and put it on a man's eye? That's witchcraft, sorcery, if you ask me. But they just kind of glaze over that and don't discuss it. There's like power that we're not using, and it doesn't make any sense to me. If Jesus was here right now, the church would miss it. He would probably be in a Wicca realm. The church will completely miss it and probably blaspheme and say that's sorcery when that's really the right thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. Learn stuff on your own and apply it to your life. You don't have to do what someone says just because someone says it. How do you not know? How do you not know that is not the way? That person is only telling you what they know. Just like I'm only telling you what I know. And it's a lot more out there. So go learn it. I'm the biggest advocate. Learn every fucking thing and take what resonates with you. Don't ever box yourself in. That's foolish. Like only knowing one language is foolish. There's so much that you want to know because number one, a lot of things can't be translated. And number two, a lot of things are cultural. So a lot of cultural stories, like the gingerbread man, that's probably American. That's probably not a story known everywhere else. I'm pretty sure it's like that in other cultures. Different stuff they're not going to bring up or talk about because it's only culture related. So if you widen or broaden your perspective and understanding and acceptance of things, you'll end up knowing more. I don't know. The more I learn, the more shocked I am. It's just like, wow. So we'll go ahead and continue. So I wanted to start with definitions. You know, I love my definitions. So we're going to do the dictionary's version of God, and then we're going to do Urban Dictionary. So the regular dictionary says God. In Christianity and other monotheistic religions, the creator and ruler of the universe and source of all moral authority, the supreme being. God, in certain other religions, a superhuman being or spirit worshipped as having power over nature or human fortunes, such as a deity, such as the moon god, an incarnation of God Vishnu. You probably don't know what that is. I've finally learned that. I think it's in the Indian or Hindu culture. And on YouTube, I finally saw the whole story. You usually see one side as blue as the man and the other side as the woman. They were so in love and so in sync, people started to draw them together. But he's his own being and she's her own being. You want to know why he's blue? Just found that out. So all the gods were at war. And I guess the whole earth or whatever it was about, everything was about to not exist anymore. So he was so very powerful. And he, before him, because he was in the middle, and on the left side it was the gods, on the right side it was the demons. The gods got the demons to work with them so they can all save each other. I think they promised them eternal life, but we all know they probably lied about that. I don't know. I just feel like they probably used them. And then Vishnu was in the middle, and there was poison, and he swallowed the poison. And there's always a snake on him, and the snake is around his neck to stop the poison from going down his throat. And some people say he's blue because of the poison. Now, we don't know this because we stick to our culture and our language and whatever. But, like, wouldn't you want to know why is this man blue? It's so strange. This is a blue being. It just blows your mind. Why is he blue? It will be it's important to know why this guy is blue. He swallowed poison. He saved the gods and the demons. The snake is around his neck to stop the poison from going down, or he surely would have died. Like, one would need to know that. And then I forgot her name, but she has different arms, and she has skulls around her neck. I think it's different stories about the skulls. I think one of the stories was there was like warrior guys that were fighting for her, and the other people that they was fighting against prayed to her for protection. So she had to turn around and end up killing them. So ain't that being shot in the ass? So she has to answer all prayers. And so she ended up putting their heads around her neck. And so on one hand, she got a head. On the other hand, she got a bowl, which she's collecting the blood from his dripping head. And the other hand, I think she has a sword. And in the other hand, I think it's open. See, I just freaking learned this, y'all, like, from one video. So just imagine if I keep reading more and more and more, I'll learn. Because I'm pretty sure there's different stories about it. But her head is open. And she's so loving. But they have the head to let you know, which is everybody. We are all yin and yang. You can play with your child. And if someone threatens your child, you're a murderer. You about to kill their ass. So we all got it in us. Just depends on what's going on, which side you'll see. I like to say I have different, I don't believe in bipolar. We all have different characteristics, different whatever, and they come out at different times. I accept all of mine. I don't care what you call it. But I could be playful and youthful with kids. I can be seductive and sexy with my mate. I can be smart and nerdy. I could be, you put on your business voice at work. You could be more comfortable and relaxed here. You know what I mean? There's different whatever. I can be that bitch if you want to take it there. When I'm really, really mad, I think I turn into like a phoenix. Like, everything goes out the window. Don't ask me to pray, this, that, other. And I'm trying to control that because that's going to really hinder me. If somebody can control your emotions, they control you. So you have to, no matter what is going on, which I think is why I'm at a call center, to help me with my temperance. No matter what somebody do, you're supposed to be able to control yourself. And I'm be honest with you, I haven't mastered that yet. Because I'm a tick for tack, basically. What you give me is what you receive. I think it's the Libra in me, too. You give me a good time, I give you a good time. You about the shits, I'm about the shits times 2. So, but had I not, you would always see these pictures. Don't act like you don't see the pictures, but you don't know the history, you don't know the story behind it. And I can choose to believe it or not. Knowing it is nothing. Knowing it did nothing to me. I can just look at the picture and tell you the story. Now, it's up to me to say, yes, I do believe in that, and which is where I am. Or I don't. That doesn't go with my beliefs, which is fine as well. I'm choosing to believe everything that I'm learning. I do feel some of them can be folk tales or lore stories, but at the end of the day, somebody did make us, and a lot of the stories are the same. And just imagine if we've existed for years and years and years, and these stories are going to sound like stories because, okay, prime example, the stories on TV, they was on ever since my auntie was a little girl, I think, and she's been keeping up with them. I don't know anything about the stories. It's boring to me. The stories to me would be Moesha, little cartoons and stuff. They're my stories that they stopped. But the stories just kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going. And the whole history. And that's the daddy. And that's the grandpa. And his grandkids. That's kind of how these stories are. It's just the stories of the gods, which are just basically the beings before us. Before they made humans, a lot of other stuff was going on. So you don't think by the time they made humans, they didn't want to tell their story? When you do become adult, you don't sit down with your kid and tell them how you were when you were young. It's just kind of how it works. But I digress. So that was one definition. And then I'm going to go to Urban Dictionary and give their definition. So I have 3 of them. God, the name given to a supernatural being in which millions place their faith, regardless of the truth of his or her existence. Just the thought that he or she might be there has given strength to many. However, at the same time, God has been blamed for many possibly man-made mistakes. For example, mass murder in his or her name, when in fact, most religion texts have something to the effect of do not kill. I agree with that. I agree. I could be given a law, do not kill, and I can twist it and say, oh, God told me to do this, which is bullshit. And that's just my personal opinion. Have something to the effect of do not kill. In the end, belief is not something that can be forced upon anyone. In the end, belief is not something that can be forced upon anyone, but it is up to everybody to decide what they believe. It gave a little example. Crusader, we must reclaim the Holy Land. God, but why? Crusader, for your holy glory, we will kill the non-believers. God, how about you just hand me a Coke and we'll call it even? I thought that was really good because they are going harder than God for himself. We're going to reclaim Holy Land. And why? What are you talking about? For your holy name, we're going to kill them. No, you just got an itch to kill, and you're going to do it in my name to get more supporters. Is that not how politics are? You got an itch for this? You're going to get people behind you to vote? We just be playing the same stories over and over again, y'all. How about you just hand me a Coke and we'll call it even? So in other words, they can have the Holy Land. Give me a Coke. Really, y'all? Like I said, I'm glad I'm not a God right now. I don't think I have the patience or tolerance for it. I'll probably be off with their heads. It's not my time right now. So the next one says God. Some say he doesn't exist. Others say he is indifferent. Still others say he is the picture of love and he is all-powerful. Some claim to follow him but don't truly do it. Some scoff at his followers, and a rare handful of people actually follow him. It gives a little example. Look at a true believer to see what this is like. They are supposed to be an example of God's love. I put love on all my business ventures, or I try to squeeze it in there, because I honestly feel like at the end of the day, love trumps all. Love, just like how this guy said, don't kill, and then others say, oh, I'll kill. The Crusaders said, we're going to kill in your name. God didn't say that. People do that with love. Oh, I murdered her because I loved her so. No. That had nothing to do with love. You put your twisted viewpoint on top of that and try to make a sandwich. That's not how that works. So I think love is just pure, innocent, would not harm anyone. You know what it is. We're not even going to go into details. about that. So I just honestly feel like if you have love at your core, you're doing the right thing. You don't have to put a religion or a title on it. You're already walking the right path. And I think so many things are getting us off of that. It's really simple. It's love. Why do they kill all the people that promote love? Michael Jackson, Bob Marley, just like really peaceful people. Why do they have to get them out of there? Because even in all the movies, good always wins. I feel like love is always going to win. It's so powerful. Nobody can understand it. If you do something wrong to somebody, let's say you are, you have a house and your tenant, is just having a real hard time keeping up with rent. So you evict them, right? What if something happens to you and you lose your house? Now you on the streets, you looking for a shelter to stay. What if they see you and say, oh, I got a place, we got an extra room, you could come stay with us until you get on your feet? That is love. You did me dirty, you evicted me, and now you need help. Bitch, where I'm at right now, I'll probably keep walking. But like I said, I'm working on that because I know what the right thing to do is. But do you know how big you have to be to do that? When I was at my low, you spit on me. And now you at your low, and I clean you up, and I put you higher than me. That's so humble, y'all. It's beautiful. I'm going to get there. It's just so beautiful. And I think it does something for both parties. It's not just a one transaction. I think it helps both parties. And that's just a beautiful thing. And when I was at a vision board party, the one lady, she had cancer, and she said, y'all get rid of strife and hate. She was battling. I think she overcame. Yeah, she did overcome it. And she was like, it will turn into a cancer in your body. So I have one situation in my life where I'm going to clean up. And, I don't have no beef with none of my exes or family members or nothing like that. We either tight or we're not or whatever. It's no ill feelings. I still got love for them or whatever. But it's one situation in my life that really hurt me, and I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to make it better. And this concludes today's conversation. Thanks a million for listening. You can reach me on other social media platforms at www.linktr.ee/LUV.MEESH www.linktree/love.Meesh. I hope you have a better than great day. Love you. Talk to you later. Mwah. Bye.